let me try this again because my computer's a fucking idiot. Hey, you already know what this video is about because of the fucking title, and probably because I told you about this story before. But anyway, here we go. So, I just tried filming this video, but my laptop, as I said, is a fucking retard. No, if, that's probably not a good word. I don't like using that word, but whatever, because it's being an idiot right now. So, I was filming the video, and I have emails from the guy who fucking scammed me in the back, and I minimized my webcam, and it decided to stop fucking filming. So there you go. Thank you. Anyway, last summer, I had quit Walgreens for reasons I'm going to state in another story time. I quit Walgreens, and since I wasn't living with my parents, I needed rent money, and I was desperate, and this is how people get you. They get you when you're desperate, and they know exactly what to say to make you believe them. Even if it's still sketchy, you're gonna believe them because you're fucking desperate. So anyway, I thought I was a smart-ass bitch, and I reopened my babysitting services, which I had before. I had found a client from Craigslist before that was good. I liked your kids, blah, 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 blah. It was good. It was fine. It wasn't a scam. So I was like, I'll weed through the people, because, I took criminal justice and forensic science in school, and I watch a lot of Law and Order, so I think I'm the shit. So I went and I posted it. Now I'm not saying I don't post on Craigslist still, because I do, but, my little ass is gonna be more smart about that. Anyway, I post on Craigslist and care.com and skill pages. I don't know where he came from, or she, I don't know what it is, but I posted on these 3 sites, and skill pages and care.com are actual, babysitting, what is it called? Cleaning houses and watching your dogs and shit. That's what's on there. If you're interested, it's secure, and they do background checks on there. I just don't have money for that. Anyway, so I posted, on those sites, like I said 10 times before, and I don't know how long it took for this guy to email me, but it was probably the next day. So, first day he emailed me, was either July 3rd or July 4th. I think the first email I have on my emails behind this is July 4th. I don't have his first email to me, but I have my first reply to him and so on. So anyway, messages me and says that he's interested in having me babysit, his daughter or whatever. Sorry, my phone is I'm gonna get distracted. Sorry, I burped. After my reply saying, I have an interview at this restaurant next week, but if that all works out, or even if it doesn't, we can work something out, I can do both jobs, whatever, because he was willing to have a flexible schedule for me watching his kid. Now, he messaged me under the name Bruce Snyder. I'm not gonna filter that out, because 1, only 20 of you watch this, and 2, that's most likely 99.9% sure that that is not his real fucking name. Anyway. From Quebec, okay? He said, I'm moving to your city. He didn't say to New Bedford, he didn't say whatever. To your city. I asked him, where, what, north, south, whatever. And he never told me. He was just like, oh, near where you live. That's another thing. Anyway, very vague. He said he was going to be working with, hold on, let me move this so I can see, because it's really stupid what he said. He said, I don't think I can see it. I don't want to scroll up because then my camera will stop again. But anyway, he said he was working with the government or Environmental Protection Agency. Something to do with lead using combustion engines. I don't fucking know. And his wife was 5 months pregnant. And they had a 3 or 4-year-old daughter named Derek. And, which I'm not judging. I like really weird names for kids too. That's why I was like, that's not really, that's not really a red flag, even though it should have been. But he caught the right person, because I don't judge what you name your kid unless it's fucking milk carton or something. That's a little bit weird, but anyway, so yeah, he said, we'll be willing to pay you $300 a week, if that's fine. If not, it's negotiable, but you'll only be working 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and each of those days you'll be having 2 to 4 hours of work. So I was like, shit, like 6 hours of work for $300, like sign me up. That's $50 an hour, I think. I'm not good at math. Anyway, I was like, sign me up, like, let's go. So he had me send him like my basic information, nothing like too serious, not like my social security number or anything like that. And we went on with our lives, you know what I mean? Like, we went on with the conversation. He made it sound really believable. And then came the money thing, okay? He said, we'll be moving there on July 12th. Like I said, the first day I have listed on here is the 4th. Since I cannot scroll down, I can't read exactly what he said, but I'm going off of memory, and it's pretty vivid because, I mean, how can it not be? He said, okay, we're coming on the 12th. Since we're in Canada and I'm working or whatever, we're going to have furniture people, you know, like a furniture shipping place, ship all our furniture down to our house. If you could go and make sure everything's fine, like, that'll be cool. Also, we're going to have you buy us some food and stock the fridge, which wasn't too weird to me because I know of multiple people who have done that, you know, with, like, you know, whatever. I've heard of that being done before, so I was like, all right, whatever, cool. He was like, we'll send you a check for all this. This will technically be your first week of work, so we'll send you money for your first week of work, $300, $150 for food, and then the rest of the money will go to the furniture people, which you will send to them through MoneyGram. This check was for a little bit over $1,800, okay? So I was like, shit, girl, like, let's go. Okay, so I get the check in the mail, and the first fucking red flag, you know, if I didn't catch anything before that, should have been the fact that when I got the check, and I had Webster Bank. I had my app, and through Webster, you can deposit a check into your account by taking a picture of the check. And when I was trying to do that, it wouldn't fucking let me do it. And the text on this freaking check was so large, like, I had never seen, like, I should have known it was fake. But I did that. I was walking up Union Street. Yeah, I was walking up Union Street because my bank downtown was closed, so I was going to the one on Rockdale. And I was right in front of Wamsada when I was taking the picture. I was literally on the ground trying to get a good fucking picture of this check, and it would not take it. So I was like, oh, whatever, I'm fucking mad. So I was walking up, and I was talking to my parents, and I was like, hey, like, it's not taking a picture of this. And they were like, are you sure it's fucking real? And I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna trust the bank to tell me, but, you know, whatever, I don't know. At that point, I was kind of like, but we'll see what happens when I get to the bank. So I got to the bank on Rockdale, and she was like, is this check from your employer? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, have you ever met them? And I said yeah. Because I'm not going to be like, no, I don't know these fucking people, even though I didn't. But I was like, yeah, I know them. And she was like, all right, well, this check kind of looks weird, but I'm going to put it in your account anyway. Which is fucking, like, you're a bank teller, and you're going to, like, put a check that looks fucking weird to you in someone's account for that much money. Like, that's a little bit, you should know what a fucking fake check looks like. And you wouldn't mind, but even I thought it looked kind of weird, and I'm not a person that works with checks every day, and she should have known. Anyway. She's like, all right, well, you can just, like, go stick the check in a little ATM over there. It has a thing to put the check in, and it will automatically be deposited to your account. So I did that, and it took a day to get into my account because of the amount of money it was. I remember because I wanted to go to Burger King with my friend who is on here. I'm not going to say who, even though you may or may not be watching this, so what's up? I still owe you Burger King. And I had no money because the check was not going through, so we sat there for mad long. Anyway, the next day comes, and he's like, yo, like, was the check deposited yet? And I was like, yeah, now it has been. Do you want me to go do MoneyGram? And he said, yeah, send, I think it was like $1,300, I don't know how much, yeah, because I got paid $300, so, yeah, like $1,350 was sent through MoneyGram. and they wanted me to send it to this place in Florida, like I said before. But, oh, I forgot to mention, the bank that was on the check, its address was in Texas. That's 3 different locations for this one person, okay? The moving place was in Florida, even though they're from Canada, and their bank was located in Texas. But whatever, that's not fucking fishy at all. So I go, and I tried doing MoneyGram, but I can't because I didn't have my ID yet, even though I was 18. So I had Matt do it. So that made it a little bit more for me, like a shitty situation, because it was not my name that was sending this fake fucking money to Florida, but I didn't know that at the time. So anyway, whatever, we get the MoneyGram done. The whole time he's badgering me about getting this fucking MoneyGram done, like, quick. He's like, you need to go now, like, we need to send the money so my furniture can get sent out in time to be there for when we arrive, all this shit. So I was like, alright, like, whatever. I was like, he just wants his furniture, but now looking back on it, he was doing that because he knew the fucking check was fake, and he didn't want it to bounce before he got his fucking money. So congrats, Bruce, you got your fucking money, bitch. So I take out my money, and I got my phone, my little fucking iPhone, I got it with this money, and I didn't pay in full, obviously. I got it from the Sprint, so I paid like $46 to switch my number and like get the phone itself. So I got my phone. I forget what else I did. I think we paid like bills, and then I was trying to get something online. I think it was like an app. I forget exactly what I was trying to get. But I was trying to get something, and it would not go through. So I was like, okay, like maybe my bank is just being a fucking dick. So then I opened my Webster app, and it wouldn't let me open it. It had like this little red thing. It says your account has been put on hold. And I was like, bitch, like, why is my account on hold right now? Still not even thinking about how the check can be fucking fake. So I call I get a call from my bank, and they're like, hey, like, this is the fraud services. You need to fucking call us back, bitch. Like, we put your account on hold. All this. So then I call them back, and she's like, yeah, you owe us like $1,800, and I was like, well, I told her what happened, and she was like, yeah, we can see if you won't have to pay the full thing. I suggest filing a police report, and I'll get back to you. So I called the non-emergency police number, and I was like, hey, I need to file a police report, give them my address, and a cop came, and it was starting to rain, I remember, because I had to run to the front porch and like sit there, and the cop like came up, and we were talking about what happened. I was just crying, not because I was sad, but because, like, when I'm angry, I cry, and that was what was happening. I was fucking pissed, and I was like, yo, like, I'm so mad, because I know better, and he was like, yeah, don't worry, like, he's just a piece of shit, like, people do this all the time. I was scammed after I was a cop, like, they make it so you believe them, and as I was telling him exactly what he said, he was like, that's textbook fucking scamming, like, he was like, we can't trace his IP address because he's probably somewhere in Nigeria, or some other country, whatever. We can't do anything about that, and you're probably going to have to pay your bank back, which I haven't, but whatever, I'll file this report for you, good luck, sayonara. He left, and I had, corresponded with the bank fraud lady for a while, and then she, like, stopped messaging me, so that's one reason why I haven't paid anything toward the bank, because I didn't get an answer, and I'm not fucking paying that money, because the bank teller should have known that it was a fake check. But, yeah, I was scammed. But it's not as bad. Actually, I have another fucking scamming story. So, not like my scamming story, but this girl, when I first got hired at my job now, this girl who was also hired as seasonal, who left, like, really shortly after this, she said her friend, around the same time, her friend likes, lizards and whatnot, and they got an email. This is, like, the dumbest thing ever. Like, she should have fucking known this was a scam, because someone just randomly emailed her and was like, hey, do you want a bearded dragon? And she was like, shit, yeah, like, let's go. And he was like, alright, like, we'll ship it to you, just send us, like, $2,000 for the lizard and the tank or whatnot. So she sends them money and doesn't hear anything back, and obviously does not get a lizard. And I think that that situation, like, you should have known that was fake, because why would some random ass person just email you out of nowhere trying to sell you a $2,000 bearded dragon when you didn't post about wanting a bearded dragon in the first place anywhere, not on Craigslist, not on Facebook, not nothing. Just out of the blue, messaged you and was like, hey, have this fucking lizard for $2,000 that you can get from Petco for like $100. I don't know, but yeah, so I owe Webster Bank like $2,000, and I don't know when they're gonna see it, because I don't want to pay it, and I also can't because I have, you know, things to do before that. I'm not really worried about that. So yeah, that's how I was scammed out of $2,000. Just be careful, y'all, because I know that we're all, you know, on the internet. Obviously, you're watching this, and half of you are probably from my Facebook. I'm not saying don't trust people, because it's good to trust people, and I feel like I was really trying, because I have issues, but I was really trying to, like, trust this person, and just use your brain like I didn't. You know, look for signs, really analyze everything, because you never fucking know, and you don't want to end up owing your bank $2,000 because someone wanted to fucking fuck you up. So, it's really low of them, but I'm not holding grudges, you know. I mean, I'm not even mad. I'm really not. It's kind of funny because it's so dumb. But yeah. Be careful on the interwebs. Just saying. Yeah, so that's my story, and I hope you enjoyed my stupidity, and it gave you a laugh, because it sure did give me a laugh. Or more than one laugh over the course of the past, like, I don't know, however many months it's been. But yeah, if you like this story, give it a thumbs up, or subscribe, or do whatever the fuck you want to do, because I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to firmly suggest that you do so, you know, click the button down below, or comment with your stories if anybody you know, or if you had been scammed, you know, or just comment that shit down below, and, you know, I'll talk to y'all, because there's only like 3 of you, so, yeah, I'll see you, I don't know, I'll see you soon, maybe tomorrow, maybe even later, because I'm in the filming mood today, so, yeah, peace out.